Guys, feast your eyes on this classic 1983 Husqvarna 500 XC 6-speed, long legs, long ratios. This is built for big Swedish men with names like Haken Karlquist and Sven. Just as a lumberjack's bike, it's got more power than most mere mortals can use and a ton of suspension travel to back it up. It's really a spectacular piece. I couldn't think of a better bike for the drum brake class. I actually raced these back in 1983 with great success in the amateur class. Actually, it was 1985 and 86 that I bought one of these used, kind of a ratty one, and I went out and I was kicking ass in the amateur class, the B class in NESC, getting top 3 finishes against the Husqvarna guys on the brand new 86 single shock liquid cool one. So Husky, the local dealer, sponsored me, gave me a brand new 500 and a brand new 250 to race, but I preferred the old air cooled twin shock unit, not because it was faster, but it was absolutely bulletproof. I had a lot of problems with those first liquid cooled ones, blowing engines and broken frames, and my XC never left me on the side of the track. Check out the frame rails on this one. Got to start there. Frame rails on this bike are absolutely pristine, about as nice as you'll ever see on an 83 motocross bike. These are the original wheel sets on here, another hallmark of a motorcycle that's not been raced or abused. The original wheels are nice and straight and still have the gold finish on them. They're date coded on the side. I'll show you the date code from 1983, the original manufacturer's date. They do date code rims. So starting with a pristine frame and a mint set of original wheels, the bike was taken down to the frame and completely restored. Guys, this wasn't restored to be a trailer queen or a museum piece or wall art. This was restored to be a racer's bike. And the first thing you have to do with these vintage bikes is the suspension. So none other than no lean racing suspension technology was hooked up, and starting at the front of the bike, they did their vintage motorcycle fork mod on it with the 40mm fork oil seals, 36mm fork springs, vapor blasted the fork sliders, completely rebuilt the front forks with fresh oil, springs, seals, rubbers, everything else. That was $510 for that. Then on the back of the bike, a brand new set of Marty Tripe's vintage motocross twin piggyback shocks, specifically made for the XC500 with the right valving, dampening, and spring rate. Just a spectacular set of shocks. That was $865 for those. Those were just installed April of 2024. The bike's never been on the track since the suspension was done. So pristine frame, pristine original wheel set, wrapped in a brand new set of tires. If you look at the back rim, you can see it's May of 1982 date code on here. You see that right there? 5 of 82 is the date code for the tire set. Big, beautiful new knobby tire on the back. It's a 140/80/18, super beefy. The original rim set's in excellent condition. This is the M5B Evo. It's about as monstrous of a tire as you can possibly get for any dirt bike today. It's just a rock chucker. The original wheel bearings were redone. The chain and sprockets were refreshed to go with the new suspension. So all the running gear, the front tires brand new. So the tires still have the hairy nubs on them. Bike's never touched the dirt since it's been restored. Suspension's done, wheels done, brakes done. Frame was painted the original Husqvarna white. And then the best part, the real magic of this bike, is the engine. I've got a 2-page receipt list here for the engine, starting with the Wossner forged piston kit with the piston rings, circlips, and the wrist pin. A Wossner top end, small end bearing. The piston was ceramic coated, the piston and the head. The cylinder was born to exactly 87 millimeters, and it was given the cylinder porting. The exhaust was ported. The port was the transfer, exhaust, and boost ports were all ported and polished. The crankshaft was removed and replaced, and the crankshaft pin and bearing was trued to less than 0.01 millimeter runout. So it's super, super smooth, very little vibration. It has a new Husqvarna 145 millimeter rod kit, a new Husqvarna Xc500 gasket set with base gasket and head gasket, a full Husqvarna seal set with the crank bearings, crank seals, kick seal, shifter seal. All the engine seals are new. All the engine gaskets are new. It has a new Husqvarna main bearing on the right side of the crank and a new main bearing on the left side of the crank. A brand new Husqvarna output shaft bearing. And the engine cases were not painted. Those were Cerakoted, the original color. The cylinder, the head, the center cases, and the side covers, course, it's got a new spark plug, NGK BR8 EIX, and it's running VP racing fuel. So done right. The total receipt on the engine alone was $3,000. The shocks and forks were $900 and $510 respectively. And take a look at the pipe on this thing, man. Just a beautiful, beautiful piece of work. Cone pipe by Jeff Morris Concepts. Just spectacular. Handmade exhaust with a spectacular handmade silencer on the back. Chain of sprockets are new, tires are new. The parts receipts, including the pegs, the brake lever, the Pro Taper handlebars. Those pegs are really nice, big upgrade from the stock ones, as is the brake lever. Look at this, it's embossed with the Husqvarna logo. I'm 99% sure this is titanium. There's a bunch of titanium hardware on this bike too, everywhere you look. There's some titanium on it. It has a new slider, nuts and bolts, new chain adjuster, that's brand new. New chain guide. Of course, I mentioned the sprockets new, the rear brakes are redone. A lot of the hardware on the engine is new. Of course, the engine was Cerakoted, so it's going to be more durable than paint for sure. The other thing I left out was it has a new vape ignition. I've got the manual for the vape ignition right here, and pages of receipts. That's a $500 ignition system. The Mikuni carb was vapor blasted and rebuilt. The air filter is new. Let's see what else. New Pro Taper bars, new Pro Taper bar mounts, aluminum, billet aluminum, custom made bar mounts. New ASV unbreakable levers. These are 150 bucks a set, quick adjust levers. New grips. It has ODI grips. New kill switch. New Pro Taper crossbar pad. New tank breather. New ASV quick adjust brake lever and perch in the Husqvarna blue. And it's got the original Husqvarna Motocross Whirlpool style throttle on there. So not a bolt left unturned on this one, guys. Now the parts alone the receipts for the parts that I have in my hand is $7,500, and you're looking at about 60 hours of shop labor to do a full frame off restoration. So check what shops in your area are charging. Connecticut, it's $150 an hour minimum if you can find a shop that can do this type of work. So you don't have to be a math major to see that you've got here a major investment. So that's the bad news. The good news is somebody's going to get it for less than it would cost to build it. The reserve will be set substantially low, and the buy it now price will be a bargain compared to what it would cost to build it. It's done. It's ready to go. It doesn't need anything. We're still working. We've only ridden it a couple times, and I feel like it's a little bit lean on the Pilot Jet. So I'm going to have Andrew take a look at that and test the plug, and I want to make sure that the jetting's perfect on it. So just a beautiful piece. It's been fully restored from the crank bearings to the frame to everything I mentioned. It's all done. Also has new graphics on it, new rear fender, new side panels, new tank graphics, new front number plate, new front fender, new hardware on the triple clamps, new steering stem bearings. Everything has been gone through on the bike. I've got receipts for everything. Check out the engine mount bolts on this thing. On this side over here. These are titanium engine mount bolts. Just a lot of attention to detail that you normally won't see. There's some more really cool titanium hardware on the intake, as you can see. Just a really, really nice piece, ready for armor racing and or roll it into the museum and put it on display. It's a gorgeous piece. The intake boot was on back order. We had a new boot because the original one, it's not leaking, but it's got a couple of small cracks in it. So it's just a cosmetic thing, but we've got a new one on order. On a build, they're drilled, lightened titanium bolts, new Allen heads on there. The coating on the engine is as good as it gets. Nicest Xc500 we've had. I've had a few of them. I haven't had one that had this level of suspension and engine work done to it, but she's ready to go. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. We can ship this anywhere in the country for you, affordably, and enclosed transport. I think I forgot to mention it. It's got a new seat cover and new seat foam too. Like I said, I might have left a couple things off. It's gonna be sold at eBay auction, If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. My son Kenny Jr. will hook you up. There will be a buy it now price on it too. That's reasonable, less than it would cost to buy one and do it yourself. As far as any issues on the bike, the case protector is missing, the engine case protector. The top bolt, mounting bolt is there, but the bottom one, the chain came off and broke that off, so it doesn't have the case protector on there. That wasn't addressed yet. It should have been. I'm not sure why that wasn't, but it wasn't. The original plastic tank is a little discolored, as you'd expect after 40 years, but the graphics that pretty much cover it, and it looks, it's a head turner. Everybody has seen it, as jaws drop when they see it, between the shocks and the pipe and the original rims and gold chain. It's a real looker. The blue levers, it just all ties together nicely. Thanks for watching. God bless Swedish monsters like this, and God bless America.